NAIL Showdown. The 11th seeded Grant Generals and the 3rd seeded Roosevelt Rough Riders. They split 1-1 on the season. One of Roosevelt's 2 losses on the season. Underway begins with the Rough Riders. Here's Roosevelt on the opening drive of the game. It's been working. The defense by Grant. Ball's on the ground, taken back by the Generals. And then taken back right away again. Roosevelt fake out. Gets the opening booking for the Rough Riders. There goes Grant and the Generals. Grant. Trouble getting the shot up, can't get it. Offensive rebound. Trying to find someone. Takes a deep 2, can't hit it. This time it's rebounded by Roosevelt. And no basket, rebounded by Grant. Here goes the Generals now. As they'll try to score on this drive for the Generals. They trail 2-0. 6:41 to go as first foul of the game will be on the Rough Riders.
Number 4, Chance White, his first team foul.
Back in bounds the Generals. They trail by 2. As can't get that one. And Roosevelt gets another stop, leaving Grant to 0 points. And then Grant will take it back for the Generals. Still 2-0, Roosevelt. Grant goes for 3. Just shy, no good. Rebounded by Roosevelt. Out of bounds, Grant basketball. Here goes Grant. Still not scored yet. Jump ball, possession to the Generals.
Stays with Grant on alternating possession.
As the ball is now back in bounds with the Generals. So shot, no good. Rebounded by Roosevelt again. Roosevelt for 3. Can't hit it. Rebounded by Grant. Roosevelt sends it right back. And then they score right back. Four 0 Roosevelt. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Grant. And still can't score, out of bounds. Roosevelt basketball. Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They lead by 4 0. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Roosevelt. Tough shot, can get it. But gets the shot in right after. And it's 6 0 Roosevelt. Here goes Grant. They trail by 6 now. Grant takes the deep 2. Can't hit it. Rebounded by Roosevelt. It's going to be foul on Grant. As Roosevelt keeps the basketball.
Fouls on number 1, Quincy Scott. His first team foul.
Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They lead by 6-0. Roosevelt takes a tough shot, no good. Rebounded by Roosevelt offensively. Takes the 3 for Roosevelt. Massive flop for Roosevelt. And he'll get his foul now. And that's the line for the and one. Timeout Generals. Roosevelt to shoot the and one. They lead 8-0, 4:11 to go in the first quarter.
At the line for Roosevelt, number 4, Chance White, shooting 1.
Shots up. No good. Roosevelt nearly gets the rebound, but it's rebounded by Grant. 8-0 Roosevelt. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here goes Grant. Just trying to get their first points of the game. And it's a takeaway for the Rough Riders again. As Roosevelt on the other side of the court. As good defense by Grant. Out of bounds. Generals basketball. As back in bounds with the Generals, they trail 8-0. Bound to get their first points eventually. This may be it, and it is. 8-2, Roosevelt. Roosevelt. As could have gone either way there. As the call the block. Could have been in charge. But really, to me, looked either way. The shot is up. Good.
In for Grant, number 23, Keon James.
Shot is up. And it is to the left. Here goes Grant. Trail by 7. Late whistle, no bucket, charge. That's absolutely the right call. Charge all day. As 4 fouls on Grant and 2 points. Not a good first quarter if you're a Generals fan. So they beat the 6-seed Liberty by 20 at Liberty a couple days ago. So they definitely earned their spot in this game. No shot. Traveling. Roosevelt fans are getting the and one. 2 seconds later, just the birds chirping on the Roosevelt side. Still 9-2 Roosevelt. Both teams had a I can't talk. Basket taken away from them. Grant after the charge, Roosevelt after the travel. And Grant gets her second bucket of the game. This time it counts for the Generals. 9-4, Roosevelt. Roosevelt's trying to drive back down. And just another nice shot by the Rough Riders. As it's 11-4, Roosevelt. Grant for 3. Way short, but not quite an air ball. And then gets the layup in right after, making it 11-6. And a takeaway for the Generals. And then takeaway for Roosevelt. And gets the bucket in for the Rough Riders. Here goes Grant. Down by 7 again. As take the deep 2. Short. Rebounded offensively by Grant. As they keep this drive going for them. Minute 35 to go in the first quarter. Grant takes the deep 3. This time they overshot it. And there'll be a foul on Grant. That might be bonus.
His second, 5th team foul. And for Grant, number 20 in the shot, Hodges.
There will be no free throws. The foul occurred when neither team had possession. Or, I guess, yeah, another team had possession. Only be shots if there would be a defensive foul on Grant. At least normally. And that is the case here. Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They lead by 7. 9. 15-6 now, Roosevelt, as they're on a hot streak right now. So both teams have definitely been forcing turnovers on each other. So we'll see if both teams can keep doing that here. As Grant tries to get a backward shot, and Grant's headed to the line for 2 shots. As he is down, and he will get up. Slow to get up, but he does get up. And Grant headed to the line for 2 shots.
And at the line, Keon James shooting 2.
Here was the first of 2 shots for the Generals. First shot's up. No good.
And for Roosevelt, number 22, Sirius Owens.
Here goes the second shot. It's up. Good. Here goes Roosevelt. Steal by the Generals. Grant's going to try to go all the way. Not sure what happened there. It's out of bounds. Stays with the Generals. Shot clock is off. As with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter, Roosevelt will have a throw-in. Back in bounds of the Generals. They trail by 8. Trying to make it 6. They can't. Rebounded by Roosevelt. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here goes Roosevelt. 7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Closing seconds now. Foul on Grant, and that'll be 2 shots for the Rough Riders.
That's number 23, Keon James, his second. Trill Lawrence at the line, shooting 2.
First shot for the Rough Riders is up. It is no good.
Return to Grant, number 12, Charlie.
As now. Grant to shoot. Roosevelt to shoot their second shot. It's up. Good. 4.1 seconds to go in the first quarter as Grant's going to try to get a shot up. If only Grant could have done that against Beaverton a couple years ago. The basket should be good. It is good. 16-9 at the end of one. Roosevelt leads. And a quarter intermission, 16-9, Roosevelt leads at the end of one. It'll be Roosevelt ball to begin the second quarter. Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They lead by 7 as the second quarter is now underway.
Number 11.
As Roosevelt touched the line for 2 shots.
First team foul. At the line, serious zone shooting.
As Roosevelt shoot 2. First shot's up. No good. Second shot's up. Good. 17-9 Roosevelt now. Back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 8. 7:45 to go to the half. And it'll be a foul on Roosevelt. Stays with the Generals.
Fouls at number 3, Terrence Hill Jr. His first team foul.
As Grant to throw it back in bounds. Back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 8. As they try to get a basket. They can't hit it. Rebounded by the Rough Riders. Here goes Roosevelt as they look for a double-digit lead. Roosevelt. He lost the ball. Out of bounds, Roosevelt ball. Roosevelt, as they have the ball back in bounds, they go for 3, hit it. And it's 20-9, Roosevelt. Here goes Generals now. They trail by 11. The most they trailed by all game. Grant goes not for 3. Tough shot. That'll be a foul. Grant to the line for 2 shots.
Foul number 13, John Fernandez, his second team foul. Quincy Scott at the line, shooting 2.
First shot's up for the Generals. Good. Second shot is up. Also good for the Generals. .2011 Roosevelt. Out of bounds. Roosevelt basketball.
And for Roosevelt, number 24, Andrew Johnson. Also returning number 4, Chance White.
As Roosevelt to pass it back in bounds for the Rough Riders. As nearly tripped up there for Roosevelt. 15 on the shot clock, 6:20 to go to the half. Roosevelt has a charge. That's going to be going back to the Generals.
Chance White, his third team foul.
And it'll be going back to the Generals. As ref getting the cleaner. Back in bounds with Grant. They trail by 9 now. 6:10 to go to the half. As gonna find some way to get open here. Let's get more points. As a foul on Grant, they'll head to the line for 2. Correction, it's going to be an end-line throw-in. No, it is a shooting foul. As Roosevelt will wait for Grant to shoot their 2 free throws. Shot is up. Good. Here goes the second shot. It's up. Also good. 7-point game for the Rough Riders as they lead 20-13. Under 6 minutes to go now to the half. Roosevelt from Dame range. Can't hit it. Offensive rebound by the Rough Riders. Travels and it'll be going back to the Generals. Here goes Grant. Gets another bucket in. Timeout Roosevelt. Full timeout. 20-15. Grant has gained 6 points off of their 11-point deficit. 20-15. Roosevelt by 5. Nearing the end of the timeout, 20-15, Roosevelt leads. Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They lead by 5. Approaching 5:35 to go to the half. Here goes Roosevelt. Good defense by the Generals. Roosevelt, however, though, that going inside the paint leaves the guy wide open for 3. Missed it, though. And then they back up, and then that leads to a Roosevelt basket. (22-15). Roosevelt. Grant looking to retrim the lead to 5 minutes to go now to the half. As Grant trying to get things done. Miscommunication, it's out of bounds. As Roosevelt prepares to throw it in. Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They lead by 7. Looking to make it more. And almost saved it, but Grant takes it back instead. Grant missed the basket. Offensive rebound, though. They lost possession. Scramble for the ball. Scooped up by Roosevelt. Then he lost the ball. But there's going to be a foul on Grant. Yeah, good chunk of fans for each side here. You can see you got Roosevelt, and you got Grant. It's back in bounds with the Rough Riders. And they get back up to a 9-point lead for the Rough Riders. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Roosevelt by 9. As Grant trying to keep going here, trying to keep up. But they turn the ball over again for the Generals. Then there's going to be a foul on Grant. That'll be their 3rd foul of the half. As it remains 24-15. Roosevelt.
Foul number 23, Keon James, his third team foul. In for grade number 2, Barry Burgess.
Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They can't carry from their double-digit lead yet. And there's going to be a foul on Grant again, and that's 4 fouls on both teams. 3:43 to go to the half.
Foul number 1, Quincy Scott, his second, 4th team foul.
Roosevelt to shoot 2. Here goes Roosevelt as they shoot their first shot. It's good. I got to a 10-point lead now for the Rough Riders. As here goes the second shot now for Roosevelt. It's up and good. And they reclaim their 11-point lead, the biggest lead of the game. We're tied for it at least. Here goes Grant. Grant trying to get inside the paint. Tough shot, can't hit it. But Grant will get the foul on the goal line to shoot 2.
Number 24, Demir Johnson, his first, 5th team foul. Valley Van at the line, shooting 2.
First shot is up. Good. Second shot is up. Also good for the Generals. Under 3:30 to go to the half. 26-17, Roosevelt. Roosevelt gets the layup in, and it's back up to an 11-point lead for the Rough Riders. Here goes Grant. Stays with the Generals. Back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 11. Under 3 minutes to go now to the half. Grant. Way short on the layup, out of bounds. Roosevelt basketball. It's back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They lead 28-17. Here goes Grant on defense, trying to stop Roosevelt, but Roosevelt gets the bucket, and now it's up to a 13-point lead for the Generals, as by how much they trail. 30-17 Roosevelt with 2:33 to go to the half. Back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 13. Under 2:30 to go to the half, though. Generals with possession, as they're down to under 20 on the shot clock. From the drive, tough shot, gets it in for the Generals. 30-19, Roosevelt. As it's going to be Roosevelt heading into the line for 2 shots. 5 fouls on both teams now. As Roosevelt heads the line to shoot 2 shots.
At the line, Chance White shooting 2.
First shot is up. Good.
And for Roosevelt, number 13, John Fernandez.
As Roosevelt to prepare to shoot the second shot. 2:04 to go to the half. Second shot is up. And goes to the right. Grant, tough shot, can't get it, rebounded by Roosevelt. Roosevelt for 3. In the corner, in and out. And that'll be a foul on Roosevelt. Grant heads the line for 2 shots.
Foul to number 13, John Fernandez, his 3rd. At the line, LaShawn Harges shooting 2.
As Grant shoots 2 more free throws, they could bring it back down to a 10-point lead if they make both. First shot is up. No good.
And for Roosevelt, number 15, Malachi Burns. Number 22, Sirius Owens.
As here goes the second shot now for the Generals. 2:53 to go to the half. They trail 31-19. Missed both shots. Stays 31-19. As another 2 minutes to go. Roosevelt looks trying to keep adding on. And that'll help Roosevelt. 33-19. 14-point lead now for Roosevelt. New biggest lead for the Rough Riders of the game. Grant trying to not end on a terrible note for the first half. There'll be a foul on Grant, and Roosevelt will head to the line for 2 more shots.
Number 1, Quincy Scott, his 4th. At the free throw line, Series Owen shooting 2.
As here go the Rough Riders as their first shot is up. No good.
There's a grab, number 31, Eli Anderson.
Here goes the second shot now for the Rough Riders. Shot is up. Good. Back inbounds to the Generals under a minute, with a minute 20 to go to the half. 34-19. Roosevelt. Grant. Can't get the shot, rebounded by Grant. And then can't hit it. That's going to be taken back by Roosevelt. Roosevelt takes the corner 3. This time he hits it. And 37-19 Roosevelt. 18-point lead for Roosevelt, and it's not even halftime. Here goes Grant. Lost the ball again for the Generals. Roosevelt's trying to take it back again. What a fake out of bounds. It should be Grant ball. Foul was called first. It's going to be a Roosevelt foul. Or is it? It is a Roosevelt foul. As Grant will have to line shoot 2.
Hill Jr., his 2nd.
As Grant to shoot 2 more free throws. A lot of free throws from the bonus in this second half, and just free throws in general, or first half in
At the line, Eli Anderson shooting 2.
First shot is up. No good. Here goes the second shot for Grant. This is up. This time it is good. 37-20. Here goes Roosevelt. They may try to hold until the last shot. No, they will not. They'll go for 3 for the 20-point lead. Can't hit it. And out of bounds. Grant basketball. As the Generals prepare to throw the ball in. 10.1 seconds to go to the half. All right, 10 seconds to go in the first half. Grant trying to get one more bucket. They get the and one for the Generals.
Fouls on number 15, Malachi Burns, his first. Basket's good. Keon Davidson to the line, shooting alive.
Here goes that and one for the Generals. It's up. Good.
There's the grab, number 31, Eli Anderson.
5.2 seconds to go in the first half. Roosevelt, 2 seconds. Takes a corner three at the buzzer. Hits it at the buzzer for Roosevelt. Count it. 4:23 at the end of the first half. All Rough Riders. 17-point lead for Roosevelt at the end of the first half.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first team to perform at halftime tonight, the cheerleading team from Roosevelt High School. September at halftime, we have the Grant High School cheerleaders. Here's some stats from the first half of tonight's contest. From the floor, Grant shooting 7 of 29, 24.1%. Roosevelt 15 of 29, 51.7%. Grant 0 for 3 from the three-point line. Roosevelt 3 out of 10. From the free throw line, Grant 9 out of 13, 69%. Roosevelt 7 of 13, 53%. Leading rebounder for Grant, Quincy Scott with 6. For Roosevelt, Detrella Morris with 6. Leading scorers for Grant, Quincy Scott with 8. For the Rough Riders, Owen Dayton, 16 points in the first half. Visit OSAA.org for complete brackets and results of this year's basketball state championships. You can also find year-by-year results of past basketball state championships, records and links to basketball souvenirs. That's OSAA.org. In-depth coverage of high school activities across the state. OSAA Today is the answer. OSAA Today has the latest news, stories, coaches, balls, and more. OSAA Today gives you stories from around the state. Also, be sure to subscribe to OSAA Today podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Visit OSAA.org/today.
Second half underway as a foul on Roosevelt. As they lead by 17.
His second, first team foul. At the line, Vashon Harden shooting 2.
Roosevelt now shooting. As Grant shooting 2 for the Generals. First shot's up. Good. Second shot now for the Rough Riders. As the Rough Riders try to rebound it. But Grant misses it, and the Rough Riders do get the rebound. Roosevelt. Out of bounds, Generals basketball. Back in bounds of the Generals. They trail by 16 as they look to score here. Grant. Well, that's a line for 2 more free throws. 7:13 to go in the third quarter. 40-24. Roosevelt. Grant looks to try to trim that lead down with 2 more free throws for the Generals.
Second team foul. Keon James at the line, shooting 2.
First shot's up. Good. Here goes the second shot. It's up. Simmons no good. And Grant gets the rebound. Or the ball rebounded itself to Grant. Honey, the player didn't even do anything. They got the rebound. As Roosevelt gets the basket. As Grant hits a 3 right back. 14-point game. 42-28. Roosevelt. Here goes Roosevelt. And jump ball, possession to the Rough Riders.
Stays with Roosevelt.
As the Rough Riders prepare to throw it back in bounds. They lead 42-28. Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They get the layup in. And it's 44-28, Roosevelt. Here goes Grant. Lost the ball. His teammate does get the rebound for him, though. Grant trying to drive to the bucket. They do. As it's 44-30 now. Here goes Roosevelt. And Roosevelt gets a basket to respond. 46-30. Roosevelt. Grant, fake out, goes for 3. Overshot it just a little. Rebounded by Roosevelt. Roosevelt, another bucket, gets it, no problem. 48-30, Roosevelt. Timeout, Generals. Full timeout for the Generals. 48-30, Roosevelt. 5:26 to go in the third quarter. of the timeout. 48-30. Roosevelt on top. Grant basketball. Yeah, Grant basketball. Back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 18 to the Rough Riders. 5:20 to go in the third quarter. Out of bounds, Roosevelt basketball. Back in bounds with Grant. Here goes Roosevelt. Roosevelt from Dame range, can't hit it. Rebounded by the Generals. Here goes Grant. And out of bounds, Roosevelt basketball. And we'll go back to the Rough Riders. And then going back to Grant now.
Terrence Hill Jr., his third team foul.
As Grant to throw it back in bounds now for the Generals. Back in bounds with Grant. They trail by 18, 4:50 to go in the third quarter. Grant takes the shot. Good for the Generals. Here goes Roosevelt. They're back up. And now they charge, and there it is. And it'll be going back to the Generals.
Number 0, Owen Nathan, his second, fourth team foul. And from Roosevelt, number 22, Sirius Owens.
As Grant to throw it back in after the charge on the Rough Riders. There's 4:30 to go in the third quarter. 48-32, Roosevelt. Here goes Grant. Grant, tough shot. Bats it down, pass for Roosevelt, and then there's the foul. That's 5 fouls on Roosevelt. And for at least the next 30 seconds, 0 fouls on Grant. Grant will have a foul eventually. As Generals to shoot 2 more. Try to loosen the gap a little bit more. Missed the first one. Second shot's up. Good. 33-48. Back down to a 15-point lead for the Rough Riders. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 48-33, Roosevelt. Roosevelt can't hit the shot, offensive rebound, and then they get the layup in for the Rough Riders. There's your big 50 for the Rough Riders. Here goes Grant. Can't hit it. Rebounded by Grant. Almost by Roosevelt. And the shot gets batted, and he hit the Grant player, resulting in a foul. As Grant heads to the line for 2 more shots. First shot is up. Good. Here goes the second shot now for the Generals. It is up. No good. Rebounded by Grant. On an out-of-bounds throw. Pretty big deal if you're the Generals. We have a slight discussion on the call. As it's put. Back in bounds to the Generals. They go for the corner three. Hit it for the Generals. It's 37-50. Roosevelt. Roosevelt for three. They hit it right back for the Rough Riders. 30-second timeout for the Rough Riders. 53-37. Roosevelt with 3:04 left to go in the third quarter. During the end of the timeout, 53-37 Grant. Discussion at the table. Still a discussion at the table. Looks like we have some clock adjustments. It's 30.5 seconds to go as of right now. We'll see as they've reset the clock. The clock was put at 35 seconds instead of 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Good to go, though. Back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 16. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Grant. Can't hit the three. They get the rebound, though. And that'll be a foul on Grant. As Roosevelt with the ball back. 2:47 to go in the third quarter. As it.
Correction on the foul, number 20, Vashon Hodges, his first.
Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. Here goes Roosevelt. Going to keep going here. Roosevelt tried to save it. Goes back to Grant. Almost lost the ball. Well, then he does lose the ball afterwards, and it's going back to Roosevelt. 2:21 to go in the third quarter. Back in bounds with Roosevelt. So they lead by 16 with 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Here goes Roosevelt. The shot denied, and it's blocked. Then out of bounds. Grant basketball. Incredible defensive move by the Generals. Gets them the ball back with 1:57 to go in the third quarter. As Grant preparing to throw the ball back in bounds for the Generals. That's back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 16 to Roosevelt. 1:50 to go now in the third quarter. Tough shot, can't get it. Rebounded by Roosevelt. As Roosevelt now. Let the clock wind down a little bit. As they lead by 16. Comfortably. As no three-point shot. Would have hit it from Dame range. That's going to be a foul on Roosevelt. It is a 16 foul, however, it was an offensive foul. No two shots. Here goes Grant. Trail by 16 under a minute 15 to go in the third quarter. Grant gets the and one for the Generals. And Grant will head to the line for one shot.
Foul number 13, John Fernandez. That is his fifth personal foul. In for Roosevelt, number 24, Demir Johnson. The basket is good. The free throw line for the Generals, number 12, John Fernandez, shooting one.
As Grant to shoot their and one shot. It's up. Good. 53-40, Roosevelt. Here goes Roosevelt. Handoff pass. Ball screening. Roosevelt inside the paint. Lost the ball. Foul on Grant.
Foul number 20, Vashon Harges, his second team foul.
As Roosevelt to shoot two at the line. Correction, it is end line. Back in bounds with Roosevelt. They lead by 13 under a minute to go now. Approaching 45 seconds. Goes for the tough three. Another flop for Roosevelt. Three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Grant. Grant has nothing but bucket in front of him. Then he catches up to him and just yeets the ball away. I will say if the Generals, though. 30.2 to go. There's a 1 second difference on the shot clock. 1.5 second difference. As it is now back in bounds with the Generals. It's exactly a 1 second difference on the shot clock. Here goes Grant. The Generals do have possession. So 1 second difference on the shot clock for the Generals. Here goes Grant. 10 the shot clock. Trying to get some points. Can they? No, they can't. Taken back by Roosevelt. About 3 seconds. You gotta get a shot if you want to try to get some points. And they cannot this time. End of the third quarter. 53-40. Roosevelt leads by 13. One more quarter to go. And the PIL showdown. I'll point out, it is like completely full here, and this is only a first round game. Like, look at this. Look how full it is. I mean, to be fair, both teams are in Portland, and Roosevelt's like 2 minutes north of here, but still, that's just crazy. Even on like the sides around me, they're completely full as well. As one more quarter to go. Generals get the ball to start the fourth quarter. As here it goes. Back in bounds with the Generals. One more quarter to go. They trail by 13. Here goes the Generals. They shoot the three. Overshot it. Rebounded by Roosevelt. And Grant takes it back. And Grant heads to the line for 2 shots for the Generals. They try to trim down the 13-point deficit they currently have. First shot is good for the Generals. As it's 41-53, Roosevelt. Second shot for the Generals is up. No good. Rebounded by Roosevelt. 53-41, Roosevelt. They lead by 12, 7:30 to go in the game. Roosevelt driving, gets not the layup. And an offensive foul. It's another charge. And it's going to go back to the Generals.
His 4th second team foul.
Grant trying to keep closing the gap. And it's back down to 10. They have halved the lead, they've halved the lead throughout the game, but Roosevelt can't get that back. Rebounded by Grant. Out of bounds, stays with the Generals. Amazing steal by Roosevelt, though. Back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 10 with 6:45 to go in the game. And there will be a foul. Grant does draw the foul. And Grant will head to the line, maybe head to the line.
Fouls the number 4, Chance White, his third team foul.
And it's an inline throw-in for Grant. Foul was before the shot. Back in bounds with the Generals. Tough shot, they get it in. From down 20 to within single digits. 45-53. Here goes Roosevelt. Roosevelt looking to get back up to double digits. Charge on Roosevelt. That will be, I believe, their 3rd or 4th foul. Depends on how added. That is their 14th foul. Roosevelt out of fouls to give. Grant has all 4. Back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 8. Here, Grant, just don't do anything stupid. Grant goes for 3. Hit it for the Generals! And it's a 2-possession game. They have quartered the 20-point lead for Roosevelt. And something happened. Foul on Grant. If you're Grant fans, you want to hope that doesn't kill Grant's momentum that they have right now. Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They lead by 5. It's starting to get loud in here. Here goes Roosevelt. Trying to get the lead going again. Lost the basketball. They keep it. Leaves him wide open. Missed the three-point shot. Rebounded by Grant. Here goes Grant. Gets the and one for the Generals. And it's a one-possession game. And there is your big 50 for the Generals. From down 20 to down 3. Here goes Grant. Trying to make it a 2-point game here. Very pressured free throw for Grant right now. Shots up. No good. Grant gets the rebound. Grant. Another and one. Wow. It's a 1-point game for Grant. From down 20 to only down 1. 1 point. Timeout. Roosevelt. Full timeout for the Rough Riders. 5:27 to go in regulation. Grant to tie the game. It's up. Good. From down 20 to tying the game. Here goes Roosevelt. Tied at 53. 5.5 to go. Here goes Roosevelt. Trying to reclaim the lead here for the Rough Riders. Roosevelt. Approaching 15 on the shot clock. Roosevelt. And gets the layup in for the Rough Riders. And they're back on top. Grant. It's going to be a travel. Basket no good. Timeout for an injured player. As if I was not sure what happened there, so there was an injury timeout. Maybe there was, I don't know. And Roosevelt held line for 2 shots.
Second team foul. At the line, Owen Nathan shooting 2.
As back up to a 3-point game. If Grant wants to win this game, they have to fight to the very end. They can't. I mean, still, a 20-point comeback, that is incredible. Regardless, win or lose, Highlight of the season for the Generals, no matter what. Shots up. Good. Back up to a 1.5 possession game for the Rough Riders. 4:35 to go in regulation. Roosevelt by 4. Grant. Patience for the Generals, and it works. Back down to a 2-point game, 55-57. Under 4:30 to go in regulation. Here goes Roosevelt. Roosevelt for 3. Over the basket. Generals basketball. Back in bounds with the Generals. They trail by 2. 4:10 to go in regulation. Grant has not led once in this game. Here goes Grant. Trying to get a screen. That's me a jump ball. There it is. Possession to Roosevelt. It remains a 2-point game. 57-55 still. Roosevelt. As the Rough Riders prepare to throw it back in. Exactly 4 minutes to go. 2-point game. Back in bounds with the Rough Riders. They lead by 2. 57-55. Grant trying to hang in there. Grant steals the basketball. Here goes Grant. To his teammate. Ties the game back up for the Generals. Here goes Roosevelt. Back at a tied game. 57-57. Here goes Roosevelt. Under 3:30 to go in regulation. Roosevelt trying to get something done here. Inside the arc. Avoids the travel. Good job by Roosevelt. And then they get the bucket in. Here goes Grant. Grant, very smart move. Timeout called before he traveled. Extremely smart move if you're the Grant coach. Grant remains with the ball as another slightly injured Roosevelt player. He does get up though. 57-59. Roosevelt. Grant has the basketball and the possession. 3:08 to go in regulation. And the timeout, 57-59 Roosevelt. Grant with the basketball and possession. 3:08 to go in regulation. So Grant still has not led in this game. They're down by 20, and they've tied it up a couple of times now. Absolutely incredible for Grant. Regardless if they win or lose this game. Back and bounds to the Generals. They trail by 2. Approaching 3 minutes to go in regulation. Here goes Grant. Approaching 15 on the shot clock for the Generals. Grant gets an escort from the screen. Gets the bucket in for the Generals. Tied again. This time at 59. 2:45 to go in regulation. 59-59. Roosevelt. Inside the arc. Inside the paint. Tough shot. Missed it. He got his own rebound. Third time is the charm. Rebounded it himself twice. And then he gets the shot. 61-59. Takeaway for Roosevelt now. Timeout for an injured player before the travel. Correction, full timeout, Roosevelt. They have the ball. They lead by 2. 2:20 to go in regulation. As the Roosevelt player is still down. As he was already hurting earlier, get back in the game. Maybe not the best idea for his physical health, as he's still down. Said off camera, obviously. Just the respectful thing to do. 61-59, Roosevelt. 2:20 to go in regulation. Grant trying to complete the comeback of the season. As end of the timeout, we'll see what the situation is with Roosevelt, and they'll lift him onto the bench. (61-59) Roosevelt. Grant trails by 2 there on defense. Here we go. A little bit of trash talk behavior going on for Roosevelt and Grant. 2:15 to go. 2-point game. 15 on the shot clock for the Rough Riders. Trying to drive inside. Lost possession. They recover. Here goes Roosevelt. Deep pass. Approaching 5 on the shot clock now. Good defense. Rebounded by the Generals again. Here goes Grant. Under 2 minutes to go. They trail by 2. What can they do? Grant still trying to get their first lead of the game. Here goes Grant. Trail by 2. Approaching 15 on the shot clock for the Generals. Risky pass. They get it inside the arc. Trying to get inside the paint. Gets trapped. Tough shot. Gets it in for the Generals. 1:25 to go in regulation. We're tied at 61. Here goes Roosevelt. Trying to drive right back down the court and score again. Roosevelt. Missed the shot. Rebounded by the Generals. 1:05 to go in regulation. 61-61. Here goes Grant. Grant. Under a minute to go. 15 on the shot clock for the Generals. They got to get something going soon. Foul on Roosevelt. And that's huge. Grant gets to shoot the free throw line. And Grant could take their first lead of the game with 47.2 seconds to go. Here goes Grant for the first lead of the game. For the Generals, it's up. It's good. And for the first time in this game, the Generals lead after being down by 20. 62-61 Grant over Roosevelt with 47.2 to go. Another big free throw coming up for the Generals. Here we go. Here goes the second shot. It's up. Also good. 2-point lead for the Generals. 45 seconds to go in regulation. Here goes Roosevelt. This may be a must-score drive for the Rough Riders. Inside the paint to tie. Gets it in for the Rough Riders. Here we go. Shot clock is off. Here we go. Grant, tied game. Foul on Roosevelt. And Grant to shoot 2. And Grant to shoot 2 more free throws. Here goes Grant to shoot 2 more. Shot clock is off. 25.2 to go. 63-63. Here goes Grant. First free throw is up. Good. The Generals back on top. 64-63. Smart move by Grant. They have a player already down in the paint for the Generals. Here goes the second shot for the Generals. The shot is up. Good. A huge free throw for the Generals. Here we go. 25 seconds. 2-point game. 65-63. Roosevelt to tie again. They tie it again for Roosevelt. Here we go. 15 seconds. And for the second time with Grant. Here we go. Final seconds. Timeout, Grant. For those who don't get the reference with the final seconds, it's a reference to Grant and Beaverton. Conveniently, Beaverton is right there. Grant, in that game, Grant missed the buzzer beater against Beaverton, sending Beaverton to the Child Center that year. That was 2 years ago. If Grant upsets Roosevelt and Beaverton upsets Southbridge right after this, they will have that rematch. That's a lot to ask for, though. That's 2 top 3 seeds losing in the quarterfinals. 8.9 seconds to go, 65-65. Can Grant pull off a crazy shot to end it with 8.9? Or will Roosevelt force a huge turnover to pull off a bucket? Or will neither of those happen and we'll go to overtime? For the first time on one of my live streams. Timeout should be ending momentarily. 65-65. Here we go. 8.9 seconds to go. Tied game. Everybody is on their feet. And I mean everyone. Except the refs, or the non-reffing refs. Everyone on their feet. 8.9 seconds to go. Here we go. Final seconds for maybe the win. Roosevelt rebounds it. Here we go. Roosevelt for the win. At the buzzer. Roosevelt has won at the buzzer. 67-65. Roosevelt survives at the buzzer. What a ending! 67-65. Roosevelt dodges a big bullet from the Generals. What a game! Or what a fourth quarter. Thanks for coming out. For those watching live, Beaverton Southridge to start soon. Thank you for watching. Until next time.